Good afternoon, everyone. The informal meeting of the Richmond City Council will now come to order. Madam Clerk, if you will proceed with the chamber emergency evacuation announcement.
Upon activation of the emergency alarm signal, all persons should immediately exit the building. Please use the exits to the left or right front of the council chamber or the east or west stairwell outside the rear doors of the chamber. Do not use elevators or escalators. After exiting the building, proceed to the assembly area located in front of the Department of Social Services building at 900 East Marshall Street. Citizens and employees should assist visually and hearing impaired visitors with exiting the building.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Pursuant to Rule 3D 4B of Council's Rules of Procedure, Council Member Stephanie Lynch has requested to participate in this informal City Council meeting via Microsoft Teams from her home due to a medical condition, thereby preventing her physical attendance. The council members present must adopt a motion to approve her participation in this meeting by electronic communication means if it appears to us that her request complies with Rule 3D. At this time, pursuant to council's rules, I will solicit a motion from the members physically assembled approving Ms. Lynch's participation in this meeting by electronic communication means.
Ms. Jones, will you make that motion?
So moved.
Ms. Gibson, will you second that motion?
Second.
Council is now voting on the motion for Ms. Lynch to participate virtually. Mr. Breton?
Aye.
Ms. Gibson?
Yes.
Ms. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Trammell?
Aye.
Ms. Abubakar?
Aye.
Vice President Jordan?
Aye.
And President Newbill?
Aye.
And as soon as Ms. Lynch is available, we will connect her. But at this time, all members are in attendance with the exception of Councilor Councilor Robertson, and Ms. Lynch will participate shortly.
Thank
You
you,
do have
Madam
a
Clerk.
quorum.
Let's proceed with the docket review.
Starting with the consent agenda, item number 1, ordinance 2024-312. Planning Commission recommended a continuance of this item. So this item is to be continued to the February 24th council meeting. Item 2, ordinance 2024-317. Land Use, Housing, and Transportation Standing Committee recommended approval. Items 3 through 10, ordinance 2025-001. 002, 003, 004, 005, 006, 007, and 008. Finance and Economic Development Standing Committee recommended approval of all 8 items. Item 11, ordinance 2025-009. Planning Commission recommended approval. Item 12, ordinance 2025-010, Land Use, Housing, and Transportation Standing Committee recommended approval. Item 13, ordinance 2025-011, Governmental Operations Standing Committee recommended approval. Item 14, resolution 2024-041, Land Use, Housing, and Transportation Standing Committee recommended a continuance. So this item is to be continued to the March 24th council meeting. Item 15, resolution 2025-R007, Land Use, Housing, and Transportation Standing Committee recommended approval. And item 16, resolution 2025-R008, Land Use, Housing, and Transportation Standing Committee recommended approval. However, this paper is slated to be amended later this evening and then considered. On the regular agenda, there are no regular agenda items. And Madam President, those are all the items on this evening's docket and agenda.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That concludes the agenda items for this meeting. This session now stands adjourned.